Back when I started going for my sub 11, I had a question, and that question was, is it possible to kill the alien head in 3 jumps? See, most of us do it in 4 or 5, and top runners destroy that head on the way up of their 4th jump. Well, I've been experimenting for a while now, and I think I've figured out a way to do it, and I'm going to prove it to you by demonstrating that it can actually be done.
Challenge accepted.
The method I'm going to be showing you uses the bottom route. I haven't figured out a strategy for the top route yet, but I'm sure it's possible. To really understand what's happening here, I'm going to show you 2 things. First, let's have a look at when the hitbox for the head actually appears. Right there. Notice that the head is not even fully in view yet, and yet we have a hitbox. Now this might actually be the only enemy in the game that doesn't have to be fully in view for you to be able to deal damage. I mean, even the tanks have to have actually stopped before you can start damaging them. That's why we jump to slow them down. Second, you'll notice that just by standing here, I'm actually missing. I have to actually jump for my bullets to be high enough to deal damage. Alright, let's run through the strategy from the beginning. Now we'll jump onto the first platform and make our next jump while taking out that M. Now, by the way, my visual reference for when to shoot is when builders in line with the top platform. You've actually got quite a bit of leeway there. But it should be noted that you don't actually have to clear the M, because we won't be shooting upwards until after the M has passed the wall anyway. Then we hop to the next platform and get ready to clear the shrimp. Now this is where the strategy really starts. We're going to jump as late as we can so we clear the shrimp. We'll shoot down to grab the B. Now this is vital so that we don't have to worry about any other shrimp. It's also at this point that we're going to start button mashing. We need to get our spread rhythm going for this to work. Now I want you to take note where my first jump actually happens. This jump will help us line up the second jump, which will allow us to deal a bunch of damage before we even get to the head. The second jump needs to happen as soon after the first jump as possible. You'll notice that that jump should happen just before we fall off the edge. We'll make one more jump, and on the way down, as soon as we're in line with the top of the wall, we'll start shooting up and to the right. The timing is crucial here. If done correctly, the head should die just before you touch the ground after the 3rd jump. Just a few things to bear in mind. We absolutely must grab that B so that we don't have to worry about shrimp. You'll want to practice the timing of that first jump because it sets up the rest of the strategy. And finally, button mashing speed obviously is a factor here. I will say that even if, like me, you don't have excellent button mashing speed, I think the Strats still should be useful because of how we're able to deal damage before we even get to the head. Now, how much time this actually saves has yet to be calculated, but will depend on how fast you can button mash and how good you are at hopping. That being said, thanks for watching, thanks for all the support, and remember, don't stop shooting.